Well, in my history class, world history and U.S. history, we have covered areas of Native American history and what has happened, but they don't really go into specific detail on exactly what happens. And a lot of mainly it's just things that get brought up are certain wars that were fought and nothing in specific, really. It's been a while since my class, so I'm trying to remember, but there's been some students who are like, that's so cool, you're Native American, and like, wow, the white people are mean to you, and it's like, well, yeah, but I mean, we can't do anything about it, and it's our past, and it's just like we have to move on, but still people are stereotyping. And even in my bio class recently, I had not a friend, a guy who he's white, and he was drawing like the swastika on someone's yearbook, and I was like, are you a Nazi? And he's like, no. And I was like, well, are you against other races? And he's like, yeah, kind of. And I was like, well, do you ever consider yourself as being immigrants yourself? Because I'm Native American, and it's like, you came on our land. And he was like, I don't really care. And it's like, wow, really? You don't really think about that? And a lot of people have to like double think of the history. Like, they don't really realize until we say, you're immigrants too.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they realize.
Have you ever had to clear up a particular myth? Like your friends knowing that you're Native American?
Not really. Nothing has really come up to me. No one has really said anything specifically wrong, or I don't know. It's just mainly class issues. We did watch a movie in class called Last of the Mohicans, and the thing that bugged me about that movie was like the actors weren't Native American,
right?
And it had like a whole thing on like the white guy becoming friends with us and making it seem like, oh, it's all good, but you know.
Okay. So, Carla, you're a mother, and you have a little one at this time, but soon she's going to be growing up, and this being on the air, I mean, just the matter of, censorship and so forth, how do you feel about, this kind of stuff just being on the air in general, and how that affects, I mean, you may be able to censor your child's viewing, television viewing, but for that child next door who's seen this episode and comes to play with your child, and
it's going to be an interesting conversation, because I hope that eventually all the stereotypes, all the myths, all that crap is going to go, and it's just going to be straight facts.
Right.
But I'm thinking realistically, and unfortunately it's not. And if my daughter happens to stumble upon this stupid Cowboys Finindians episode when she's elementary, junior high, and she's watching it, and she's like, Mom, what's this? It's going to suck.
Yeah, but that actually did happen. It actually happened to some children that, our AIM family here, that they're the ones that brought this up. They saw it on TV and brought it to their family, their parents.
It's a disappointment. I mean, I don't want my daughter to grow up and ask questions like, or have to go to school and be like, Mom, they called me an Indian, and asked where my headdress was and stuff like that. The stereotypes needs to end. And we need to get better education in our school systems. Mnisha just said it's very brief in the history books. I remember being in history, and for instance, there was literally a small paragraph about that big in the history book about the American Indian movement.
Yeah.
We need to have our own history books that are taught. We need to have our own Native American history courses in high school, so the ignorance can end.
So, MTV. We contacted MTV. We gave them a demand of June 1st. They did not meet our demand. So we took this to the streets. We took it to the internet. We took it wherever we could to get the message out there and really organize with people who are feeling the same way about this particular episode. So, this last Sunday, we went to the MTV Movie Awards, the red carpet, and we posted up in a rally against MTV. We're going to be showing pictures now. And, you know, we've gotten the support of even Native American actors, and Carla is going to read a statement from one of the actors, if you can choose one and read it while the pictures are rolling.
Okay, I'm going to read a statement that was produced by Marcos Akiatin. And it says,
and he's here in these pictures, you'll see him.
I am Marcos Akiatin, an Indian first and an actor second. You can verify my screen credits on IMDb. I'm a baby boomer, brought up in the 1950s, an era when I was taught that Columbus discovered America, the island of Manhattan was sold for trinkets, and Custer had a last stand. Even now, there are millions upon millions of baby boomers who still believe that hogwash. And I see from your program, the Dudesons, things have not changed. Here it is, the 21st century, the year 2010, and your program continues to reinforce those misconceptions. I have spent my life dispelling lies written about my people, one person at a time. There is an old saying of yours, a picture tells 1,000 words. In your case, it is not just a picture, but a TV program depicting my people as backward savages. And in one swoop, you destroyed all that we've worked for. What do you think the blacks would have done? Have you depicted them eating watermelon, picking cotton, inviting the notion that they love being slaves, and calling everyone massa? But it's okay to degrade Indians. You must have considered us a silent minority, to have put us in the light that you did. Well, my friend, we may be a minority, we are not silent. As actors, many times we don't get to see the whole picture, but only a clip of what's happening. You took advantage of an elder and a friend of mine, Saginaw Grant, to co-sign what you did. You should be ashamed of that. I can understand using comedy to get a laugh, but the way you portrayed us was and is pornographic. Like my brother Ron Rado, I have refused to do certain things on set that are historically inaccurate, degrading to my people. To ask for an apology is probably beyond your capacity of compassion and empathy. Like your program, I have a site on Facebook and a huge site on MySpace. I will utilize them to start a boycott of the sponsors of the Dudesons and of MTV, stating that you are promoting racism. Enough is enough. Have a great day, and may the force be with you. Marcos Akiatin.
Okay, so that was Marcos Akiatin, and we also we had a few other statements from people. There was another group that's organizing called the Black Indian Confederacy of North America. We also had Jay Taveri, who has issued a statement, another Native actor. And those statements could actually be read. We do have a Facebook. We are on Facebook. We are on MySpace. We're on Twitter. Our email address is aimsb@ymail.com. Please send us your emails in response to this episode. We will be uploading the episode to AIM-SB 1214, and that's on YouTube. We also have our own website that we are going to be posting these statements from. We have Mr. Akiatin, we have Jay Tavari, we have the NAACP, we have several other people that we are getting statements from that have gone to MTV. That'll be posted on our website as well, or available on Facebook. But please, aimsb.org, please see our website and contact us. You know, we are going to continue this fight against MTV until we get this episode off the air. And until then, thanks for viewing.